I hit the button twice.
I see that.
We're very professional.
I cannot believe.
That's what happens. I hit the button twice.
I cannot believe what I have to put up with on this channel.
For
what I have to put up with.
Technically,
for
we don't start for 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah.
So anything that happens,
or it doesn't count.
Yeah, anything that happens before 7:30 doesn't matter.
Yeah. This fumbling style intro is what you can expect from professionals like us.
Yeah, professional, by the way.
Tabletop Royale. Now we got some Winds of Exchange. I was explaining the decks, and it turns out you couldn't hear any of that.
So do it again.
Here we are again. This Bog Lorca from Winds of Exchange is the Squire deck, which I think it did okay.
Yeah, I think
it makes a lot.
Is that the one that bursts?
Yeah, it makes a lot of.
That's the one that bursts for tokens, right?
Yeah.
And it's got the Saurian one too. Saurian card. Epic Poem. Yeah.
And this the Thirsty Titan Fighter of Rakathon is a triple dust pixie deck.
Oh.
So some Coda, some pure Coda speed in this one. Honestly, the Mars in this deck is like on the verge of bringing it down, but you've got like Biomatrix backups and Ammonia Clouds. So you get like Biomatrix backup your own pixies. So
yes.
And then Waifugaris, which was a deck that did well in our AOA stuff, and I think we may have seen it again.
I want to say it was in a fight night, maybe.
I think we did it in a fight night.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting deck. It's a little. It's got the Sting. The Sting is a card that really performs well on our channel.
That's a good card. All right, first game is AOA vs Coda Classic.
All right. The last deck is a Worlds Collide deck. It's got triple Tau Vapors in it.
And that's the one with two Hysteria.
Two Hysteria. Well. And it has only one Infernus, but double Hysteria Infernus is like...
It can hit.
You could set it up, too, with the triple Tau Vapors, so... Alright, I am on Waifugaris. Now, Waifugaris has Throwing Stars. Which is looking
Killing my pixies?
Yeah, well, it also looks pretty good against, like, tokens, right?
Yeah. Squires are just 1 power. No, they're 2 power, right?
Whistling Darts and Thrower Stars in this deck.
Squire's 2 power, right?
Squire's 2, but yeah. Still. You got one Whistling Darts and 2 Throwing Stars and a Sucker Punch and a Nerve Blast. So like lots of like plinking on the creature side, so. Sucker Punch seems like a interesting card versus low decks. Infernus, yeah, the Infernus deck might beat up on the Dust Pixie deck, but then again, the Dust Pixie deck may generate enough amber.
I mean,
even through the Dust Pixies.
It can't Hysteria the Dust Pixies.
Right.
You know? It's got to kill them first.
And the Dust Pixie deck also has a Lost in the Woods, so you can like Dust Pixie, Lost in the Woods, and then you don't have to worry about those getting Infernus that time. A 12. A 12 also. An 8. A 1. Yes, I'll start with...
Really?
The Sting.
Okay.
That's in case I get behind really fast.
Commune with 2 bonus, that is really depressing.
Yeah. That's not quite as good as it could have been.
Okay. I'll say... Man, this is kind of a bummer. I'll say Untamed. I'll play Lost in the Woods and do Fairy. Your turn.
Okay, I'll say Dis. I'll Cull the Weak and Destroy. I'll Banish. And I'll play a Schuler. And it's your turn. I will draw. So you go ahead.
I'll say Untamed. I'll play Dust Pixie. I'll play Nocturnal Maneuvers and tap the Schuler. Your turn.
All right, I am going to say Sanctum and play Shadow's Ambassador I'm going to play Evade and capture 3. I'll play Take Hostages. And then I'll play Grey Rider, and Evade's going to fight the Dust Pixie and capture another one from the Take Hostages. And it is your turn. I will draw.
Say Mars. A Tunk, play Bolter, play Bio Backup, and your turn.
Alright, I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Rothias the Fierce. Obeyed is going to Reap and dump an Amber. The Shadows Ambassador is going to Reap, so I can play or use a Shadows card this turn. The Grey Rider is going to Reap and let Obeyed fight the Bolter. Send him to your archives. And then I will use the Sting with the Shadows Ambassador. And I'll say check with 7. It's your turn. I'll draw 1.
Okay, I'll say Brobnar. Play Gauntlet, discard War Song, play Fire Spitter, play Blood Money on the Grey Rider. I'll Unguarded Camp. It's quite guarded.
Yeah.
Extremely guarded. Your turn.
You won't believe how much time I spent guarding my Amber. Alright, I'll Forge. Ooh, it's tempting to say Sanctum again. It's a lot of value from Sanctum. A lot of value from Sanctum right here. Well, what would I consider Dis? I consider Dis some value. There's a decent amount of value in Dis. Yeah, but I get to get rid of some of this captured Amber. I say Sanctum. I get to generate a bunch of Amber. Okay, we'll say Sanctum. I'm gonna Reap with Shadows Ambassador. I'll Reap with Obeyed. Rothias would have to fight with Obeyed. I think that's fine. So Rothias is gonna Reap. Grey Rider is gonna Reap. And Obeyed's gonna go flying into the Fire Spitter. And then I will Nerve Blast and steal 1 and kill the Fire Spitter. I'll put me a 6. So I will say check with 6 and I'll draw 1. I'll tell you to go ahead.
Hey Mars, pick up the archive. I will play 2 Psychic Networks.
Oh, you got me.
Boom.
Dude, I got.
I'll fight Schuler. And then play Bolter. Fully heal Tunk. Your turn.
Alright, I will say Dis. I'm going to play Anguish, Dust Imp, Scullion. Scullion's going to sack the Dust Imp. And I'll go right back to threatening. And it is your turn. I will draw 3. So you go ahead.
Say Untamed. All Nocturnal Maneuvers for Sanctum.
Exhaust up to 3 creatures.
For Sanctum.
Okay.
Play Murmook. Play Dust Pixie. Actually, I'll do this.
Okay.
Way of the Bear on Tunk. And I'm done.
He's got the strength of a bear. It's got the strength of 2 bears. Am I saying... I think Sanctum. Okay, we'll play Sanctum. I'll play Duma the Martyr. Rothias is going to kill the Murmook. And then I will Healing Blast Rothias, I guess. There's actually a couple of creatures that are candidates for Healing Blast to get full value, but unfortunately they were exhausted. Alright, and it's your turn. I'll say check with 7.
Keyforge. I'll say Brobnar. Play the War Chest. Play Fire Spitter. Gauntlet into Rothias.
Okay. Toast. Toast. Damage.
Play Crump. Play Smash. Stun. The Grey Rider.
Okay.
I am done.
Alright. I will forge. I am going to say Shadows. I am going to Sucker Punch the Bolter. I am going to Throwing Stars, Bolter, Dust, Pixie, and I'll do 1 to Crump. I'm going to play Lamendra, and I will play Little Nif. And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
Alright, I'll say Brobnar. I'm going to fight the Grey Rider.
Punch
You
one
lose
enemy.
one. Actually, I'm gonna reap with Crump.
Okay.
And then fight the Grey Rider.
Okay.
I'm gonna anger Crump into the Scullion.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna reap with Smash and Champions Challenge.
Okay. So Duma dies, but will heal Scullion before they fight, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But it'll assault and then do enough, and the armor's gone.
Oh, because the armor's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll draw 2 off of Duma.
And everything dies.
Yeah. It was a roundabout way, but it got there. It's kind of
Oh, I get to use the War Chest this turn too.
Okay.
That was only 1 creature destroyed in the fight though.
No,
It was
you,
2. It was
you
2.
fought with Crump and then
It was 2. Okay, I'm done.
Alright. Well, that's a pile of amber right there. I am gonna say Dis. I'll play Schuler and Steel. I will Exhume. Another Schuler and Steel. I will play a Streak. I will play Old Yerk. I'll discard 2. And it's your turn. I'll say check with 6, and I'll draw 4.
Keyforge. I'll say Mars. Nazima Thinkstone. Squawker. Ready. Marauder. Capture 1. Reap. That's it.
Draw 1 less. Alright, I am going to say Sanctum. I'll say Sanctum. I'll free markets for 3. I'll play Potion of Invulnerability. And then I'll play Rathias the Fierce. And it's your turn, and I'll draw 3.
I
check
lose.
That was a close one.
Yeah, well, it ended up being close. I had some clunky draws.
Some
one gets when you don't have Logos in your deck,
Yeah.
right? Brobnar, Mars, Untamed, I think you have no choice but to have some clunk. But this deck's like almost there. It's like close, but I don't think it's. It might not win a game tonight. It could certainly steal a game. Get a really bursty draw or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably Doomed versus the Worlds Collide deck.
Yeah, I think so.
When does the new stuff come out? Best guess is probably May.
Yeah, hopefully.
Best guess is probably May.
We don't have a date officially yet. So 2, 3. We do have a WoW deck that's about to be on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Buglarka. So you're on Buglarka. I'm on Martina.
Okay. I have the Squire. Squire is 2 power and taunt. Hysteria is actually bad versus tokens, right?
I mean, yes.
If the option is they activate 6 tokens, or
it's like draw 6 cards or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fine because it's still like clunky draws. I think it could be better than 6 tokens, right? It's like a lot of creatures that can just activate. Maybe it was early. I thought June was the impression. Yeah, let's say June then. Let's not. We were probably too optimistic with our initial guesses. As far as
February. We had WoW decks in our hands in November, so it was one of those like, oh, this could be out pretty soon.
Are old decks still good or Power Creep? The old decks are still great.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. The new set is really fun, and it seems interesting, and there's a lot of cool interactions. All
our content for the last 6 or 7 weeks has been interset play, and there's been a variety of winners every night. So
yeah. So power creep is like kinda a thing, and
certainly on like individual cards, right? Because like you can have a creature that is this old creature but better, but like in Keyforge, that's not necessary. Like power creep in Keyforge is a much different concept than power creep in most TCGs, because if like a better Snufflegator comes out in a future set of Keyforge, that doesn't mean no one ever plays Snufflegator again.
Yeah.
That just means in this set of cards, you have access to a different pool of cards. So it's just like, and sets are balanced in their entirety instead of each individual card being balanced. So you can have a really broken card in a set or in a house.
Martian Generosity.
I
think is like the perfect example of it, where they'll probably never print Martian Generosity again because it's too good, but Martian Generosity is fine to be in what was long considered to be the worst set, right?
Yeah.
So, an 8. I'll go first. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's really interesting kind of conundrum or whatever for Keyforge, right?
I'm gonna mulligan this.
How to balance cards in a set.
Yeah, so like that's what's one of the main reasons I like Keyforge is so many of the concepts that apply to TCGs and CCGs of the past don't apply to Keyforge, like metas and power creep and concepts like that. And
Alliance, I think, is like a whole other conversation for that.
For sure. And we still don't know what they're going to do for Alliance, because, I mean, we had one tournament and that's it. And we haven't really heard anything else. I mean, we know that things had to change after that tournament. Yeah. I know, personally. Yeah. Because it was miserable.
I'm glad the tournament happened.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Right? Like, I'm glad the tournament happened at that power level, but I would hate to see any future Alliance events be exactly like that, right?
Say memory chip. I'll play memory chip. I'll play Candle Unit. I'll play Vapors. Draw, discard, or archive. Your turn. Oh, wait. I have Wormhole deck. My God.
What is even? Good Lord.
Mods. Our mods have long abandoned us.
Yeah.
No, I love Sealed Alliance, yeah. No complaints about Sealed Alliance at all.
I will say Star Alliance. I'll play Hapless Cadet. I will play Grunt Work. Look at the top 3 cards, put them back in any order, and then make a token creature.
Sites that are deck still relevant. Dex Keyforge is still relevant. I don't think they have updated the ratings in over a year now. I know that they're going to wait X amount of time until after WoW is like in the pool. And I don't think Woe decks are scannable yet, right?
Even Woe decks are not scannable.
Okay, so we don't know anything about that. But the regular ratings haven't been updated in quite some time. But I mean, they're still relevant for what they are. It's not. Remember that SAS is not like a. That's how good your deck is. It tells you a number that isn't really just like higher, better, right? We have plenty of some of our best decks are medium SAS levels. There's no real way to put a number on a Keyforge deck and say, "Oh yeah, man, this is amazing."
I'm going to give Pyro to the Hapless Cadet.
Okay.
I'm going to Reap with Tabor. And Tabor is going to play Membership Drive, make a token creature, and then gain 1 amber for each token creature.
I think Archon Alliance, if they can get to a point where you're encouraged to play silly builds that you couldn't otherwise create, like the deck that we had that was the double Armory Officer Nels and all the attachments, and you just draw a crap ton of cards. Like, that was fun, right?
Yeah. Well, Nell was like actually in the deck that won the format.
And it was doing insane stuff.
And it was actually very, very degenerate in that deck. So
I'm going to say Shadows. I'll play Javinda, and I'm going to Chimera Eclipse. Shuffle that stuff.
Do you even see this?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I don't think so, because it's not going to a face-up place. Alliance and Adaptive could be something, yeah. I think the point system that we were talking about could lead to something like that, but it's too complicated, I think.
But the thing is that you could program it in the app.
Correct, yeah. You make an Alliance deck builder in the app, right?
Yeah, and it's like, this side is worth 14 points, you know.
And I'm going to mug the Squire.
Mugged.
Your turn.
No, did you draw your card for that? When I read
no. It would have been this top card, which is not Shadows.
Okay.
It'd be a hard sell to sell the points to the masses, I think. Maybe.
All right, I'm going to say Sanctum. I'm going to Grand Melee.
I think we did bring it up to Ghost Galaxy. So they are at least like aware that we talked about it.
I'll play Revered Monk. Play Almsmaster. Revered Monk is going to capture. And then I'll play Light Everlasting, but I have no Sanctum creatures in my discard pile. So that's your turn. I will draw 4.
It's plus you are for each of the Sanctum neighbors. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. I'll play Gleeful Mayhem to pull up the Almsmaster. I will Binding Irons you. And I'll Hysteria. Your turn.
Alright, I am going to say Star Alliance. I'll play Future Booster.
Oh. I feel like that's the first time we've actually hit the table with a Future Booster. Maybe like second, third time.
I'll play Hapless Cadet and Navigator Ali, and Navigator Ali is going to let me look at the top 3 cards. And then put them back in any order. I'll go like that. Oh, wait, I can Future Booster one of these away next turn. Okay. That. There we go. Alright, I'm boosting.
You're stacking.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead.
I'll play this. I'll Gleeful Mayhem.
Boom!
Love Navigator Ollie. Ollie and Future Booster is really interesting.
Yeah. Because you can like stack and then put one away.
Furnace.
Yeah.
Where's the pips?
Yeah.
All Hysteria. All in Furnace. Get rid of that. No. And your turn.
Alright, I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to Grand Melee. I'll play Revered Monk. I'll play Hadroth's Wall. And I'll Future Booster. I'll slap this under. And I'll drop a chain and draw to. Tell you, go ahead.
Logos, Archive, Wormhole Tech, Sanitation Engineer. Your turn.
I guess I'll say Starlight's Future Booster. Alright, I'll put that under. I'll play Transporter Platform and Hapless Cadet for the third time this game. I'll drop a chain and draw 2, and I'll tell you to go ahead.
Logos, Archive, Reap with Wormhole Tech. Archive, Javinda. Reap with Wormhole Tech. Archive, Oubliette. Reap with Sanitation Engineer. Discard a Vinda. And I'll Twin Bolt those two. So check with 7.
Okay, I am going to say sorry, and I'm going to Future Booster. This is going to go under. I am going to Phalanx Strike my Hapless Cadet before you Oubliette it. I'll play Hedonistic Intent. Exalt each flank creature. I'm sorry. My Hapless Cadet won't die there because of Hadroth's Wall. 4 damage on it.
You have to Exalt.
So I'll have to Exalt it. And then I'll play Chancellor Dexterous. And that'll kill it. Because it won't be on the flank anymore.
So I get an Amber?
You'll get an Amber,
okay.
Yeah. I'm going to play Ankleo Formation.
You don't have to Exalt it, right? You just do 2 damage and then you play the guy?
I have to Exalt for Hedonistic Intent.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then I'll play Legion's March. So I play these Saurian cards that are blank.
Okay.
Because I don't have creatures in play. So I'll say check with 9. It's your turn. I'll draw.
Logos, Archive. Play Seismo Entangler. I'll Reap with Wormhole Tech. Draw Vapors. I'll play Vapors. I will Archive a card. I'm going to Cutthroat Research. Steal 2 of that research. I'm going to Reap with Wormhole Tech.
I knew that deck had Cutthroat.
Draw Babbling Bibliophile. Play Babbling Bibliophile. Reap with Sanitation Engineer. I will discard this Shadow Council. Your turn.
Alright, I'll Forge. That deck doesn't have TMTP, right?
Amber for second Reap, I missed one? No, I don't think it does. No.
Alright. I am going to say I guess I'll say Saurian. As much as I want to sit and watch you jack off,
I really want to.
Logos creatures. I'm gonna play Spartosaur. I'll crash Chancellor Dexterous into something.
That kills everything.
Yeah, kills all non-dinosaur creatures.
Sick.
Then I'll play Chancellor Dexterous. I'll use Future Booster. I'll slap that under. And it is your turn. I will draw 2. I'll tell you to go ahead.
Forge. I'll say Shadows. And play Subtle Maul. No safety in numbers. Javinda, Fidget, Mac the Knife. And your turn.
Okay. I am going to say Starlance. And I'm going to Future Booster. That, I think, sits right there. I will play Hawkins. I'm going to Transporter Platform Hawkins. I'll play Hawkins. I'll play Teamwork. Make a token creature. I'll play Teamwork. Make a token creature. I will play Friendly Guide.
Do you archive the teamwork, or is it when?
That's if there are more enemy creatures than friendly. So.
Okay.
Okay. And it is your turn. I'll say check with 7. I will draw 4.
So I'm a Forge. Okay, I'm gonna say Dis, pick up the archive. Mac the Knife. Will Reap. Play this Infernus. Get that stuff. Gonna play Hysteria.
You don't see these?
Yeah.
You don't see these?
I guess not. I'm playing Infernus again. For those two. Soul Keeper. Actually, hold up. I'm gonna play Hecatomb. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Soul Keeper. Lilthal. Heterum. Poltergeist. Transporter Platform. Play Infernus. Play Soul Keeper. That's incredible. We love that.
I lost this game to a single Infernus.
Misery Exploit, play Hecatomb.
I guess I did. I think I actually lost the game because I didn't answer the Logos creatures 2 turns in a row.
It was a big...
Right, because you were at like 12 Amber or whatever. So.
I'm done.
Okay. I can... I can almost stop it. So I can play Ballastago, Faust, Spartosaur, Dexterous, Flanking Link, Strike, and then Exalt. But that's only 3 Amber. So you would forge for 9. I think if I had the Faust earlier in the game, I think it would have been good to go.
Yeah.
I lost that game to a single Infernus. It took like a whole key.
Yeah, like the Hysteria and Exhumes and stuff with Infernus makes it like way too powerful, right?
Yeah.
Why does it say 2 cards?
I don't know why it's 2. Like 2 is like clearly not play tested, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's like no way it's play tested.
They're like, yeah, that sounds good. Slap it on.
And then they like reprinted it in mass mutations, right?
Yeah. You could have just printed a updated version of Infernus, right?
Right.
You could have printed Furnace.
In fairness.
In fairness.
Where he only removes one card.
All right, next game. I'm on Waifugris. You're on Martina. All right, let's see what happens. These are both...
This deck has a disgusting amount of efficiency.
It does. Unfurnace, outfurnace, refurnace.
Refurbished.
Of course, back in the discard pile for Purge in order to blow up an Amber. That's kind of a sick concept, actually. I want to see more stuff that interacts with purged cards. I bet you could design a house around that, right? Or that not like around it, but that could be a mechanic in a house.
I think if it were a different zone other than Purge, you've got recycling bin or whatever, right? That exists.
Yeah.
Kind of like, so Magic just like uses exile all the time now. Right.
Maybe Ghosty House does it. It's possible. Grim Reminders. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. I'm excited for Grim Reminders.
So Grim Reminders, if Haunt is a mechanic, having like 10 cards in your discard pile, like having things that purge cards from its discard pile is really annoying.
Yeah, like rips them off Haunts and stuff.
So, like it might just shut down too many cards in the set, right?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is bad about the banish being basically a second graveyard. Yeah, well, the Magic is basically that in 2 now, right? Mulligan. It's probably not as bad as Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'll play Wormhole Tech.
I didn't even get to make like the board of Shadows elusive guys in that deck and use them, but I like at the end of the game there I had 6 really good Shadows creatures to play, and I think if you can get that board down to stick, it's insane too.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty miserable. Okay. I'll call the week. I'm done.
I will say Shadows, Mac the Knife, J Venda, Fidget.
It's happening. I'll say Sanctum. I'll play Hadroth's Wall, Rothias, Shaz Ambassador.
I will say Shadows. I'm gonna oubliette the Shadows Ambassador because he's too big. I'll discard safety in numbers. I'll reap with Mac the Knife. I'll reap with J Venda. I'll blast Rothias. I'll reap with Fidget, and we'll discard the top card of your deck. Healing Blast. I'll get one. And it's your turn. I will draw 2.
Say this. I'll banish Mac the Knife. I will play Charette. Actually, I'll play Streak then Charette. I think it's probably worth it. I don't care if you really deal with Charette. Alright, I'm done.
Alright, I am going to say Logos. I'll play Memory Chip. I'll play Tau Vapors. Draw 2 Archive. I will Twin Bolt the Streak and Charette. Then I'll play Babbling Bibliophile. And it's your turn. I'll draw 3.
Shadows. Sucker Punch. Nerve Blast, the Bibliophile. Lamindra. Miasma. Your turn.
I'm gonna Binding Irons you. Say this. I'm gonna Gleeful Mayhem your 3 creatures. Rathias is alive. He's got 3 damage on him, but I will play Hecatomb. I'll play Eterome. I will discard an Infernus. And it is your turn. I mean, Hysteria. It is your turn. I'll say check with 6.
Just play Scullion. Play Anguish. Play Zoom on Charette. Your turn.
Alright, I will say this. I'm going to Reap with Eterome. I'm going to Smoke Charette. I am going to play Gleeful Mayhem. I'll Smoke J Venda. I'll dump damage into Scullion. I will play Infernus. That's right. That's right.
Happening to me.
It's happening to you now. And then I'll Hysteria. That's right. I'll play Infernus. I'll play Eterome.
That's why that deck is so rough, because Hysteria like fills my hand up. I have Binding Irons on me.
Yeah.
You're just gaining efficiency the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the World Collide decks that are like some of the least fun to play against. Are just like they take a couple of turns, they make you think you have a game, and then they're just like, oh, I've got my whole deck, and I do this forever. So check with 8. Tell you, go ahead.
Play Schuler.
Hey.
Play Scullion. Play Anguish. Your turn.
I'll Forge. Alright, I am going to say Logos. Now archive with memory chip. Actually, I think for archive this. Okay. I'll play Seismo Entangler and Sanitation Engineer. I'll play Cutthroat Research. And I'll play Telltale. Draw, archive. Play Candle Unit. I'll tell you to go ahead. I'll draw 5.
Potion. Take hostages. Duma. Your turn.
I'll say Logos.
Here we go.
I'll play Telltale. I'll play Wormhole Tech. I'll Seismo Entangler for Dis. I'll Reap with Sanitation Engineer and discard.
Dysania? Ooh, that'd be so good.
A Venda. Candle Unit will Reap. I'll tell you to go ahead. I'll draw these 2 and then I'll shuffle.
Shadows. Sucker Punch. Wormhole Tech.
You got him.
We got him.
He never saw it coming.
I'll Dusk Chronicles and Archive. Throwing Stars. Tech. There and there. Gain 1. I will play Umbra. I will play Lil Nif. Check with 8. You have a hard time finding a lot of Worlds Collide decks fun. I'm kind of in the same boat. Because they're like, a lot of the top level Worlds Collide decks feel samey to me, and they aren't doing super interesting stuff.
All right, I am going to say dis. I'm going to discard Measure Exploit. I'm going to Soul Keeper the Infernus. Eterome is going to Reap and kill Scullion. And then Infernus is going to fight Umbra, and then Soul Keeper will kill Anguish. I will play Lilithal. I am going to Poltergeist the Hadros Wall. And it is your turn. I'll say check with 7. I will draw 4.
My fun. Why? I'll say Sanctum. Pick up the archive. Forge. Okay, Potion is good. Potion is good. Alright, so I will say Sanctum. I'm going to use Potion. I will free markets. So that's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight Eterome. And steal 1. I'm going to Grey Ride. Fight Sanitation Engineer. I don't take hazardous, right?
This is prevent all damage, I believe.
Cannot be dealt damage. I'll steal 1. I'm gonna smite into the candle unit. Actually, I'll go into Lilithal. Steal 1. Then I'll play Evade. And I am done.
Alright, I am going to pick up my archives and say Shadows. I am going to play No Safety in Numbers.
Alright, so I draw. Does that heal it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 99% sure.
Draw 2.
Play Subtle Maul. I will play Kymor. It's like mid there, but I think it's fine. I'll play Mug. And then I will play the Shadow Council, and J Venda, and J Venda, and Mac the Knife, and A Venda, and J Venda.
Oh my god.
And Ronnie's called up a bunch of his pals.
Well,
I'll say check with 6. I'll tell you, go ahead.
A Forge. Say Dis. I'll play Key to Dis. I'll play Schuler. I will play Dust Imp. Old Yerk. Discarding Orthias. Sell 1. Your turn. The absolute unit of the elf gang.
You guys are slightly too big. Alright, I will say shadows. I'm gonna settle them all.
Okay. Okay. It's fine. Fighting?
Javenda's gonna fight old Yerk. Oh, Shadow Council. I am going to reap with Javenda and blast old Yerk. I'll reap with Javenda and blast old Yerk. I'll reap with Avenda and I'll blast old Yerk. Take a card from your hand. And then Mac the Knife will just reap. And I will tell you to go ahead.
Say shadows. Key to this. Whistling darts. The sting. Little Niff. Your turn.
Forge. I'm gonna say Logos. And Archive. The funny thing is, I actually thought my Cutthroat Research was dead.
Oh.
I'll Cutthroat Research. Well, Tal. Draw to Archive. I will Tal. Draw to Archive. I will Tal. Draw to Archive. And then I'll play these. And then I'll Seismo Entangler for shadows. And I'll tell you to go ahead. So check with 8. Draw these 5. Tell you to go ahead.
Can't do it. Yeah, that was really close.
Ooh, we had some really close games tonight. So
that was super close.
Yeah.
Damn. Obviously I need you to not threaten there.
Yeah.
But my game plan. The shadows turn was just like too much value for you, right?
Yeah.
Just turn behind.
Yeah, the deck seems to be constructing those turns fairly often.
For sure. It can definitely like set up all the elves just come down at once. That was a good game though. Okay, game 4. Come on, Bogalarka.
Thirsty for Titan fighting.
Yeah, if I had the miasma, so I needed to have drawn into the miasma after playing the sting, right? That would have been like game for sure. I had a lot of draws, like 5 draws to it.
Miasma's purged.
Oh, you purged it. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. It's gone.
Yeah,
it got gone.
It died
early on.
It died a long time ago.
So I'm going to go Nightforge the Sting. I don't think a deck has... No, it doesn't have a Nightforge.
Yeah,
that would have been sweet, though.
7.
Mulligan. I'm mulligan every single game.
I have perfect hands.
F and Furnace, yeah. Teamwork.
No.
There's more enemy. That's fine.
Alright, say Untamed. I'll play Full Moon and Dust Pixie. And a Mermook. Alright, and I'll draw. Go ahead.
Say Sanctum. Play Zephon the Opulent.
2 token.
Make a bunch of tokens. Play Revered Monk. Play Membership Drive.
Yeah.
And then gain 4. I'll play Absolve, which is I heal 1 from each creature, and each creature healed this way captures 1. So whatever. I will reap. Your turn.
Okay, I am gonna say Robnar. I'll play Unguarded Camp. I will play Warsong. I'm gonna anger my Mermook into a token. And I will get 1 for the fight. And then I will Champions Challenge. And the Mermook is going to fight your Revered Monk and die, and I'll get 1 from Warsong. I'll say check with 8.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say check with 8, and it is your turn.
Keyforge. I'll say Star Alliance. Teamwork. Tabor. Future Booster. Your turn.
Okay, I will forge.
Unguarded Cants. That's a good one.
Alright, I'll say Mars. It's possible I want this money co-ops later, but I'll play it now because it gets everything. I'll play Ixalo, Bolter, and Marauder. And it's your turn. I'll draw 3. So you go ahead.
Saurian. Chancellor Dexterous, Chancellor Dexterous. Legion's March.
Yep.
Trash. I'll Phalanx Strike the Marauder. And I'll Future Boost. To the bottom. I'm done.
I'm going to say Brobnar. I'll play the War Chest. I'll play Smash, and I'll get... This is the one that could possibly do something.
Right neighbor, yeah.
Okay. And I'll play Fire Spitter, who also seems good in this matchup. And it's your turn. I'll draw.
Okay, I'll say Saurian. Spartosaur. Unstun. Fight. Non-dinos. Please leave. Oh, wait. I can do this. I can play Ankylo Formation to give it skirmish.
It won't die.
That has to die. Stupid card. So stupid. I'll use Future Booster. I'll keep that on top.
Alright, I am going to say Untamed. I'll play Dust Pixie. I'll Nocturnal Maneuvers and exhaust your dinosaurs, and then I'll give the Dust Pixie the Way of the Bear. And I will say check with 6, and I'll draw 3.
I do think Absolve is probably a bad card. I'm going to say Sanctum. I'll Grand Melee. Grand Melee. Light Everlasting. Punk. Oh yeah, this guy. That guy. He's great. Make some tokens. play Almsmaster. Future boost. That's fine.
I could have board wiped every turn in this game. I think I would still be in jeopardy. I am going to say Brobner. I'm going to play 2 Fire Spitters. I'm going to tell you to go ahead and I'll draw 2. God, Code of Mars.
Code of Mars, yeah.
Code of Mars, Omega Lol.
Yeah. I'm going to say Sanctum. Play Knight of Holt. Reap. Gain a bunch of amber. For free. I'm going to fight Fire Spitter. Fight Fire Spitter. Reap. Outflank.
No. As soon as you fought with one of them, all of your dinosaurs would die.
Yeah.
So before you...
I'll trade twice.
Okay. You had another token, I believe. Or... Okay, maybe not. Okay, JK.
No. Let's get the captures too. Your turn. I'll future boost. Oh,
Dude, I can't. I'm looking at my hand knowing this game is over. I'll read with Fire Spitter. Fire Spitter will fight Chancellor Dexterous.
That's everything, right?
Not Spartosaur, but everything else. And then I'll have War Chest. And I'll tell you to go ahead.
Keyforge. I'll say... Saurian. Hedonistic Intent.
Okay, I can't stop you. Okay. I'm looking at Biomatrix Backup, Mass Abduction, Squawker, Psychic Network, and I have no Mars creatures to go with it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. There's like 4 in the deck or something.
Okay, Bulgalarka got the win.
Yeah,
One more.
I think you're probably on that deck.
Yeah. I'm on Waifu Grease.
Okay.
This is for a spot, I think. Both 1 and 1.
Why is Spartosaur back? I guess it's good against tokens.
Yeah.
But man, that card is absurd.
You had 2 keys? Right?
Did you stop me from forging? And I think I had 2.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because I was at 6, I believe. I was at 7 there. So.
Go Bog, I guess. You have no love for the AOA with a relatively fair AOA deck.
Yeah.
Kids these days just don't appreciate AOA like we used to.
Yeah, that's true.
They got their newfangled tokens. That's all they talk about anymore. $11.
I will mulligan.
I'll keep. That's fine. I'll play Dust Chronicles and archive a card. Your turn.
I'll say Saurian, I'll play Balastago and Chancellor Dexterous.
Sanctum, Wall, Orthias, Evade, Healing Blast. Your turn.
I will say Starlance, Transporter Platform, Future Booster,
Who you calling kid?
Navigator Ollie.
All you youngins in chat. I know the average age of chat is like 20. Come on. I know that. I've seen the metrics. Y'all wouldn't lie about something like your age, would you?
You think people would do that? You think they just get on the internet and lie?
I don't think so. With that one, Worlds Collide and Dakota, meta-wise, whoa, might all but delete it. It, like, if the Coda deck can't deal with boards, rip. Although AOA is great at dealing with boards, so generally. I'll say Shadows. Nerve Blast, Ali. Throwing Stars, 1-1. Gain 1. Whistling Darts. More ones. Selwyn, Miasma. Zoomer. I knew you were a Zoomer, Fudge. Your turn. You bringing the average up? Check with 6. Why are you capital decollating me right now? I'll be a Zoomer in chat using capital D colons.
I'm gonna say Sanctum. Oh, Future Boost. I guess I gotta put that on the bottom.
Almost 25. Actually, probably you might be the youngest here, to be honest.
I'll play Alms Master and I'll capture on Dexterous. I'll play Revered Monk and then I'll play Outflank and they will capture 2 each. And it is your turn. I'll draw 3. So go ahead.
I'll say Dis, pick up the archive. Play Scullion. I'm gonna blow up Evade. I'm gonna need him back one day. Play Streak, play Old Yerk, discard Duma and Rothias. Call the week. Key to Dis. Your turn. Enjoy that youth while you got it. Although I'm gonna say 30s may be the best years of life. But I haven't experienced 40s yet. They could be better. 20s, not amazing.
Alright, I guess I'll say Sanctum. I'm gonna Future Boost.
30s are best. Yeah.
There. Okay.
You got money and you're like, you still got some youth.
I'm gonna request donations and make a token creature.
I think everyone can agree high school was the best time in our lives. We were all nerds. We had such a good time in high school.
I'm gonna membership drive, make a token creature, and then gain 1 for each token. And then I am going to reap twice. I think I want to threaten. Yeah, it's your turn. I'll draw one less because of streak.
There was some sort of world event, and then you blinked and you were 30. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. You dropped a 5.
I did.
I'll say this. Reap, reap, reap. Key. Charette. Anguish. Your turn.
I'm gonna say Saurian, and I'm gonna future boost. I think that's fine. Put it in here. I will play Hedonistic Intent, so exalt your blank creatures. I'll play Chancellor Dexterous. I'll play Legion's March. And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
Sanctum. Take hostages. Shadow's Ambassador. Grey Rider. Fight. Capture.
It takes 3.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Alright, I am going to say Star Alliance. I'm going to play Teamwork. I'll make a token creature and an archive Teamwork. I will Future Boost. I'll play Teamwork. I'll make a token creature and an archive Teamwork. I'll play Tabor. And then I'll give this Squire Pyro. And I could transport or platform one of these tokens that I just made. Okay, I'll transport or platform this token. I'll grunt work. I think that one's a no-brainer because I get to make a token.
You get a token and neighbor, yeah.
Make that a token. Okay. And go ahead, I will draw 4.
Sanctum. Free markets.
Star Alliance.
2.
This.
Yeah. 2. I will reap. Fight that token. With the flamethrower. Dog. Reap with Shadow's Ambassador. Play Umbra. I guess I could have done that first. It's fine. It's fine. I'm done.
Alright, I am going to say Saurian. I'm going to Future Boost. I guess I'll leave that on top. I'm going to play Spartosaur. I'm going to play Faust. Faust is going to exalt. And then I am going to Phalanx Strike. I'll shoot like Shadow's Ambassador, but then I'll shoot my token and blow up all non-dinosaurs.
Okay.
The Spartosaur. And exalt there. Make a 8. And I'll tell you to go ahead and I'll draw.
Forge. Shadows. Sucker Punch. The Sting. Throwing Stars. Do damage to Faust. Lamindra Lilith. You got let's go. Let's go! We're going to the Chili's after we win. That's what let's go means. Gimme.
I'll say a Sanctum of Future Boost. Leave that there. I'll play Night Occult. I'll discard these Grand Melees. I will play Absolve. I'll heal, and Faust will capture. And it is your turn. I will draw 4, and I'll say check with 7. Tell you, go ahead.
Alright, say Shadows. I'll use this thing. I'll Reap with Lamindra. I'll fight Faust. I'm done. Oh, I can fight Faust with Lamindra. She's 4 power. And then I steal 1.
I'll forge.
Let's go to therapy.
That was a pure draw order thing because the Saurian Burst, the epic poem, was not. I could have engineered like a gigantic epic poem if I didn't have all this Sanctum stuff clogging up my hand.
Yeah.
Future Booster is really good, but like I was stacking the bottom with like a bunch of Saurian stuff, and I kept drawing all of the dead Sanctum stuff. And you could there were multiple times where you removed just the right creature.
Yeah.
The turn I got hit with Streak, I had 2 Saurians in the thing that was like after you use a dinosaur, do 1 damage to every non-Saurian. So I could like blown up Streak if I had there was like so many timing things that just were infuriating in that game. So yeah. Anyway, good. I'm excited
to get beat up, I guess.
You gotta lose in Furnace now.
I mean, when you get right down to it, English is mostly like, and then especially like the last 60 or 70 years, most of the random turns of phrases that get used by our generation. Actually, it's probably more so older generations were the result of some sort of ad campaign, like a long time ago.
What are you talking about? Like what people say?
Yeah, just like random turns of phrase.
Well, also our generation realized that,
or some sort of media,
that the vast majority of slang was based off of slurs and like overgeneralizations of types of people, and so if you like phase all that type of slang out of your dialogue, you're left with like vapid commercial stuff, right?
Except for like Nimrod, that one actually checks out.
Yeah, Nimrod's actually pretty good.
Which is Bugs Bunny.
Turns out Nimrod is a great name.
Yeah. So. Hella Good's a great song.
Hella is fine.
No doubt. Really good band.
Once.
I mean, like,
once.
Yeah, for a while. Are we having fun yet? Zippy the Pinhead. I feel like almost all of those things are somewhere in media, right?
For
people to pick up on them.
So.
Our generation, I guess maybe like Zoomer generation, is going to be saying so many things that we just cannot understand because they're like a TikTok fad.
Unfortunately, it's all on the internet. I just Google it every time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anytime. So like the Yu-Gi-Oh channel.
Were you first?
Was I? I don't think I was.
Okay.
The Yu-Gi-Oh channel is like a bunch of high school students, and they use all kinds of abbreviations. And I'm like, do I have to ban this phrase from our Discord? I go look at it, and I'm like, no, it's all right. It's okay. All right.
Seismo Tangler.
I'll say Brobnar. I'll play the War Chest and Fire Spitter and Unguarded Camp. Your turn. I'll draw 4.
Settle Maul. No safety in numbers and Mug.
This matchup feels really bad already.
Yeah, very possibly.
This matchup feels unwinnable. All right.
Play based on the life and times of Davy Crockett that was put on White Crockett while Crockett was still alive, and he watched the performance of the play while the main character's name was Colonel Wildfire Nimrod. Wild.
I'm gonna play Mermook. I'm gonna give Fire Spitter the Way of the Bear.
That's wacky.
And then I'll play Dust Pixie. And I'll tell you to go ahead and I'll draw.
You give me some little canvas cards. Linen canvas cards the size of Keyforge cards. What should you paint on them? Probably Keyforge cards. I'll say logos. Play Vapors. Archive. Play Vapors. Archive. Wormhole Tech, Entangle, Untamed.
Gonna say Mars. Gonna play Vizima Think Drone. Gonna buy a Matrix Backup. Dust Pixie and Mermook. I'll say check with 6. It's your turn. I'll draw. And a Frosthaven meetup.
We played Frosthaven today too.
Yeah, we got some Frosthavening done.
I'll say this.
We had a scenario that was saved because like my character crit.
Full size art card, stylized tide card. Ooh, tide card is a good idea.
Yeah, stylized tide card is awesome.
Yeah.
Stylized tokens.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
Think about tokens is like you can personalize tokens, right?
So I have Gleeful Mayhem and Hysteria. The question is Dust better off in your hand or archive? I think hand, because then you're like clogged up, right? So I'll play Hysteria. Oh, you have damage on a guy? I'll play Misery Exploit.
Sure.
I'll play Gleeful Mayhem. Lothal Soulkeeper. Your turn.
I'll forge. Gonna say Untamed. Gonna play Mermook. Gonna play Ancient Bear. Gonna play Dust Pixie. Gonna play Dust Pixie.
Maybe this matchup isn't bad.
And it is your turn.
Maybe you have the hand. I'll say Logos. I'll play Memory Chip. I'll Entangle, Untamed. Play Wormhole Tech, Candle Unit, Wormhole Tech.
I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play Gauntlet of Command. I'm going to play Fire Spitter. I am going to anger the Ancient Bear into the Candle Unit. Assault 2, die, War Chest, go to 6. And I will tell you to go ahead. I'll say check with 6, and I'll draw all 3.
Two shadows, pick up the archive. Oubliette, a Pixie. Subtle Maul. Amazing. I'll play Mac, J-Vinda, A-Vinda, J-Vinda. Your turn.
I will forge. Well, now this feels very winnable. Okay. Fire Spitter, I'm gonna say Brobnar. Fire Spitter is gonna fight a Wormhole Tech. I will play another Fire Spitter. I will gauntlet this Fire Spitter into Vinda. And then I am going to War Chest for 2. And if these guys had Splash Attack, I would get more, because Splash Attack actually sanely counts as killing things in combat. And I'll draw 2. I'll tell you to go ahead.
Logos. Archive. Mac shoots Dust Pixie. Vapors. Cutthroat. Reap with Wormhole Tech. Draw. Bolt.
You play it, so.
Oh, yeah. Those two. Engineer. Brobnar. Your turn. Check with 9.
Alright, I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play Warsong. This Fire Spitter is going to fight Mac the Knight. Actually, I need stuff. Yeah, that's fine. This Fire Spitter is going to fight Mac the Knife.
So
I'll get 1 for fighting. Each time a friendly creature fights.
Yeah.
It's used to fight, right? It doesn't actually have to.
It doesn't work for War Chest, though, right?
Correct. Yeah, it did not die for War Chest. This Fire Spitter is going to fight Lilithal. So I'll get the War Song. Lilithal will kill this Fire Spitter. And Lilithal had 4 on it, right? Or 3?
Had 3.
Okay, so this other Fire Spitter will die. And then I'm going to play another Fire Spitter. I'm going to Gauntlet Command and the Sanitation Engineer. I'll get the War Song, and then I'll War Chest, and then that's 2 that put me to 7. And it's your turn. I will draw 2.
Yes, Big Archive. Furnace. Hysteria. And Furnace. Poltergeist, the Gauntlet. Ready, Reap. All Hecatomb. All Gleeful Mayhem. Your turn.
Well, right, I'll say Untamed, I'll Nocturnal Maneuvers, I'll play Do Fairy, I'll play Mermaid. And it's your turn. I'll draw 1. So go ahead.
Shadows. Settle Maul. Great. All Kymor Eclipse. Shadow Council, Fidget, Javinda. Your turn.
I'll say Mars. I'll play Mass Abduction, Tonka Nixlo Bolter, and I'll tell you to go ahead. I'll draw 4.
Rob calling Shadows. Pretty much probably doing that. Yep. Steal 2. Reap with Fidget. Discard. Okay. Settle Mall. The Ammonia Clouds. 3. Shoot. I am gonna Kymore.
Oh, you hit that off the draw too.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. I think that's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky. That's where I'm drawing the line at unsportsmanlike conduct.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
God.
All right, I'm done.
Say Brobnar, play this Blood Money, the Shadow Council. Tell you to go ahead. Draw 4.
We say shadows here. We steal 2. We settle them all. We play.
That's game.
No safety in numbers.
I have both these psychic networks in the bottom pile there. I felt like I had a chance. Yeah, because I got the first 2 keys. But man, that last chunk there is so infuriating. God, I don't. That if I can't win with that draw, that deck cannot win that.
Agree.
So,
because I was like late to getting my stuff, and
yeah.
All right, there you go. Those are, they're pretty good games overall.
Yeah, they were good games.
Fast.
Yeah, they were
really fast.
They were really fast.
That was an extremely fast stream.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now it's time to watch the best television show ever recorded.
Martina was the only advancing. That's not right, is it?
Yeah, they all beat each other.
I thought Y Fugers had 2 wins for some reason.
No.
Thirst Titanfire did not win that match, did it? The first match?
What are you talking about?
The Coda deck did not win that first match.
Yeah, it did.
Huh?
I'm like 99% sure it won that match, right?
What? Someone check the tape. Random is as a game mechanic? Yeah, I think.
Random is
without random, every game is chess, right? Everything is solvable. Not
you're talking
solvable,
about like the random discard there or whatever?
I think it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, for the longest time, Magic didn't do random, but but I mean, like, there's already like a ton of randomness in card games, right?
I mean, card games in general.
Literally every
game's going to be different.
Is going to be different.
Yeah, completely different based on card order and stuff. You'll almost never ever see the same card order happen again.
Right. And Keyforge, if you didn't do random discard, then it would basically help the opponent, right?
Yeah.
So
thanks.
Appreciate
thanks,
it.
17 months. Nice. That's it for us.
Yeah, I think we're done here tonight.
We'll be back.
We'll go back and check the tape, but I was pretty sure I lost to that deck because first off, I think you god drew me all night. Every time
I thought I lost because I remember talking about how it was clunky. But I don't know.
Go back and look.
I'll check it.
Go back and look.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Blood Bowl 7's on Wednesday.
We'll correct the record.
Probably, maybe next week, we can do a Monday stream. Play the Star Wars deck building game.
I have it.
Yeah.
And I've played it, and it's pretty good.
We should play it on stream.
I almost did a stealth review at the beginning of this. I was going to go grab
save it for the stream.
But yeah, I enjoyed the game so far.
Good.
So
stop the steal. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Goodbye.